Moving over to the retopologized other form. I've just finished this very quickly, and I'm going to talk you through the shrink wrap bounding box retopology technique that I like to use. So you can see here that I've got the sculpt there and the other form, and this form I'm going to select it and just in object mode go to add modifier with the modifier menu in the properties window, shrink wrap down here under the deform menu. So yeah, you set the target to the mesh you want to retopologize the bounding box to, in my case the sculpture that I made, and it will move vertexes towards the nearest vertex on the other mesh, and you'll be able to see the result instantaneously, and it's non-destructive. You can click this cross anytime to remove it completely until you apply it. Once you apply it, it's final, so make sure you save before you apply any modifier that you use. This little button here is very important because toggling this changes whether you see in edit mode the modifier as it will look retopologized to the mesh, or whether you see this outline for the bounding box itself, which can be very useful to make sure you're not messing around too much, and sometimes you need to go into this view to see what's causing weird mistakes like this extra face you can see here that's going through my bird mesh because one of the points on the bounding box is too close to the bottom and it's having that joined to it instead of one of the points up here, and just moving the right vertex up should fix that. But sometimes it can be difficult to work out what exactly is the cause of the problem. And I've done this very roughly, but that is where practice and skill comes in, really. And yeah, you can see that this is a form that I've got from 62,000 faces down to nearly, well, just under 300. And I've got plenty of things to subdivide it for more detail and make it look a lot better. But again, you will definitely have to go over it and fix mistakes and look at it very thoroughly for little visual problems, which is here. And it would be a lot better if I straightened these up, I think, for general topology and animation. So I've still got a fair bit of work to do, but it is still quite a quick process. And again, this isn't finished, but just to demonstrate it, how you can unwrap something for the UVs, just select it in edit mode, and you have the options here under UV mapping, or you can use the hotkey U and just select Smart UV Project, and this is a very good thing to quickly unwrap things. It will be very rough and it might be a bit skew with, and you can set it up to 89 degrees angle. Have island between the islands of UVs, that's different shells of UVs if you use Maya, and set area weight if you're trying to weight a particular area to be larger on the UV map than other areas. I generally don't use these, I'll leave them on 0 and set this to 89 to have large things which are easy to paint a texture on, though this isn't the best practice for getting space efficient UVs. But it does a pretty good job of giving you something you can work with straight away. If I select it, it'll be more obvious to the camera. And you can use this little button right here to sync select, so you get the vertex, edge and face select mode, and this will be synced with this window, so anything you select will be highlighted. You can work out which UVs are which part of the mesh and rearranging it accordingly, move things around and scale things how you want them. It's good to use the edge select mode to work out which way things are facing and change the seams how you want it. You can use this snap, clicking the snap on and snap off, and select what you want to snap to get things to line up precisely, quite nice and easily. And if you're not in this sync select mode right there, then it will only show things you have selected in the 3D viewport, so it's good to have them all selected. and then you can select anyone you want in this window separately. And this way you can move them around independently and they won't pull around connected faces, as that is a problem you get sometimes when you are using sync select mode to edit. So just watch out for that, and things move around that you don't expect. If you move something over here, it might move the connected one here as well. And here you have a vertex, edge, face and island select modes. Island select would just select an entire island with one right click, and box select and everything, rotate, scale, grab, all work in this as well with the same hotkeys. And you can go into UVs and export UV layout to get your UV layout, and that will get you any selected UVs, or there's an option when you do it, if you don't have everything selected, to use all UVs here. It will just cancel out, and you also have the texture size and resolution. And under the image menu you can open an image initially to put a texture on. I don't have any textures to really use for this at the moment. And there'll also be, once you have an image on, a replace image option to replace that image, so you can see a texture when you're in the textured view, which you can see on my other model. And one more hotkey is Control Up to toggle full screen of the window you have currently selected with the mouse hovering over it. So yeah, here you can see the viewport shading and changing it and get the textured view. This very bad texture that needs a lot of work. I hope that helps. I think that is pretty much all of my Blender knowledge as fast as I can give it to you.